Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. I had a bit of a shank yesterday where I thought I had uploaded Wordle for yesterday's Wordle to go up today, but I hadn't. And therefore that never went up. So what you ended up with was sort of bonus video of me having a go at Quordle and Octordle and connections. And if I hadn't already spoiled it in the title of that video, I'd be asking you to guess which one of those I managed to do in a minute. Connections is a game in the New York Times, which is like the only connect wall. And Quordle and Octordle are versions of Wordle with 4 and 8 words to get. Anyway, and there was a fail in there as well. So it's an entertaining video for a number of reasons. But despite having a shank there and no doubt elsewhere this week, we're going to see, I'm risking everything in the sense that I'm taking on a Sayori puzzle today, and that always risks another complete disaster because Sayori sets hard puzzles. That is her métier and forte. Anyway, we shall have a look at this in a moment. It's a Thermo and Renban puzzle. Now, out on Patreon is the Solver in Sudoku Land by Demono. Brilliant Sudoku hunt. Weird story attached. No, that's not fair. Amusing story attached. And some brilliant puzzles. Do give them a try. Some good Sudoku. We're getting loads of entries via Google Forms now. You don't have to worry about whether you put the inverted commas in the final phrase. It's fine either way. And what else is going on? We've got the we've got our apps, including Line Sudoku and Simon solving crux on Patreon as well. J Dyer's Extraordinary Crux. That is an astonishing solve from almost every angle. Yeah, it really. 2 hours, 40 minutes of extraordinariness. So there's our apps, there's Sven's Sudoku Pad, there's a merchandise. Check it all out on the link side of the video. I am going to be trying this Sayori puzzle. So let's do the rules of this. Normal Sudoku rules apply. 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Digits along a thermo must increase from the bulb end, and a purple line, these are Renban lines, contains a set of consecutive digits in any order. Do give it a try on the first link under the video. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. Let's see how we go. So, this is a shape that we have seen before on Renbans, and this is telling me roping. What are you on about, Mark? Right. These 3 digits, let's colour them blue. Where do they appear in box 2? They do not appear on the Renban because it's a set of consecutive digits, so none of them are the same. They don't appear here by Sudoku rules, so they do appear here. And then where do they appear in box 3? They appear here. So where do these digits, these obviously yellow digits, appear in box 2? They appear here. And in box 3 they appear here. And then we have some, we're going purple, green, orange or red. Let's go bright green there. So we have those 3 digits that must fill up the other 3 spaces in these boxes. And this is what's been called roping by Ranks and others, where the same 3 digits appear together across the 3 rows of 3 boxes. So that's what that shape tells me. And there may be more that it tells me because of these thermos that are attached. Yeah, I don't think that this can be all high digits. So there are 4 possible strings it could be, and the highest string is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But every single one of those cells sees all of these cells. And if the Renban, the 6-cell Renban, was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the only digits left for these yellow cells would be 1, 2, and 3, and that doesn't make any sense on the thermo. In fact, it's miles away from making sense, and that's making me think that even 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the thermo, no, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the Renban. I misspoke twice there. Even 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the Renban would only leave. Yes, I see. Okay, I mean, there's always a set of 3 digits left over. And if it was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the Renban, the yellow would be 1, 2, 9. And that wouldn't make sense here because one of these would have to be 1 or 2, which cannot appear in the 4th position of a 5-cell thermo. So, of any thermo. So, we now know that there are only 2 possibilities left for this Renban. It is either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you think I'm afraid to pencil mark that in some way, you underestimate me. Or as George W. Bush said, you misunderestimate me. So, can we rule out... Well, let's think about what the yellow digits are in either case. They're the other 3 left over. So if this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they are 1, 8, 9. And if it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then they are 7, 8, 9. So they always include 8 and 9, and either 1 or 7. Right, we can now determine what they are from this beautiful cell here. This thermo needs that to be higher. So if this was a 7, 8, 9 set, doesn't really matter what digit you put there. You can't put a higher digit here. So it's not a 7, 8, 9 set. It is an 8, 9, 1 set. There we go. There is no 1 on this thermo. This is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 thermo. And we can at least rationalize the pencil marking a little. Now this can't be 8 or 9 because 8 and 9 appear here. So that is a 1 and there's our first digit in this puzzle. Quite pleased with that after 4 minutes. Oh, and these on the thermos, they must be 8 and 9 in order because you can't have a 1 that far along a thermo. And we've got loads of digits in the puzzle. Well, 7. 7. Now, this cannot be a 7 because we need to infiltrate a digit before 8. I'm going to pencil mark this thermo because there's only 4 candidates in each location. I know that didn't trouble me with these where I put 7 in originally. I'm beginning to think we're running out of steam in the top section here, which is a pity. I mean, I could pencil mark this one, which also can't start with a 1, so it's the same sets of digits. But we're probably going to have to turn our attention to this one, which is not quite as long and snaky as this Renban. But there are very few Renbans in this puzzle, and they seem a bit more helpful to me than the other cells. So I could pencil mark this first. I'm going to do it. Ah, it can't end in 9. That's got even better. Right, so there are actually only 3 candidates in each cell, I think. Because it can't begin with 1 either, obviously. So we're down to those candidates. And 7 must be a blue digit. So it must be there. Ah, another digit in the puzzle. One of those is a 7. 7 is the number we found couldn't be on the bulb. Okay, well, that's better than I thought, but I still want to think about this. Now, again, even though this was looking at 6 digits that saw all of those, these 4 see all of these. So let's colour those purple. These 4 digits see all the purple cells. So what can be on this Renban? Well, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4. And that would let this only be 5, 6, 7. And that would break these cells. So that doesn't work. So this can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I think the next few sets are going to break these cells. So if this was 2, 3, 4, 5, we've only got 6 and 7 left for those purple cells, not enough. If it was 3, 4, 5, 6, well, it breaks that cell on its own. 4, 5, 6, 7 breaks that cell on its own. 5, 6, 7, 8 lets this be 2, 3, 4. So that is possible. And 6, 7, 8, 9 they all see this cell, which has to be higher than one of them. And what can you have that's higher than 6, 7, 8, or 9? Nothing. So I think we've established that this has to be 5, 6, 7, 8. I just want to canter through that again. So it wasn't 1, 2, 3, 4, because that had to become 5, 6, 7 and broke these cells. 2, 3, 4, 5 doesn't leave enough here, nor does 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 6, 7, 8, 9 here breaks this cell because of the little thermo. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. This is 5, 6, 7, 8. The 7 and 8 on it are in those cells. This is just Sudoku because of these. Oh, can take 7 out of all the green. Right, 5, 6, 7, 8. This has become a 2, 3, 4, and we know the order thanks to the lovely it's not that. Thanks to the... I'm hitting the wrong arrow key. Thanks to the lovely thermo. Oh, really, really, really not pressing the right buttons here. 3, 4. There we go. Now this is now 2 or 3. And actually, in the blue, there has to be a 2 or a 3 as well as a 7. So that has to be 2 or 3 itself, because even if that was the same as this, that would become a 2. So, there. Yeah, okay, I've got nothing else from that. Now, 1 and 9 are in these cells, in the row. That's not 1. 1 and 9 are in these cells. In fact, they're limited to 2 cells each. 1 is there in the central box, and therefore in one of those 3. 9. Oh, 9 is going to be in this cell because it's, again, it sees all of 5, 6, 7, 8, and it has to be bigger than one of them. So that is 9. Then 9 is confined in column 6. This one, again, sees all of those on the Ren band. So that is 2, 3, or 4. Now, we do not have roping. So I coloured these purple, but it's not because they're the same. Let's get rid of that now. We do not have roping going on here because 1 of 2, 3, or 4 is in that group. And that breaks up this whole ropingness pattern. In fact, well, it does. It does. Let's just rest assured of that. So in fact, of these 3 cells, let's make them purple again. 1 of them is here, and 2 of them are in this group. Therefore, only 1 of them is in this group of cells. And I want to say that it can't be on the Ren band because you can't have 2 touching if there's only 1 purple cell here. But you have to be very careful with that. This could be 1, 2. No, it couldn't because 1 is confined up there. But it could be 4, 5. I am going to bother to pencil mark that we are selecting here from 4 or larger. And in fact, this can't be 8 or 9 on a 3-cell thermo, so that can't be 9. And it couldn't be 9 because we pencil marked 9 up here anyway. I'm going to keep pencil marking up here. This one can't be an 8. No, hang on. This one can't be an 8 because 8, 9 there would break the corner. And by the same token, this blob, this bulb can't be 7 because that would force 8, 9 there to break the corner. So now that is 4, 5, or 6. So we are getting narrowed down a bit here. We've got 2 of those purple 2, 3, 4s here. We've only got 1 here. So if one of these isn't a 4, making this a 4, 5 pair, then that is a purple 2, 3, or 4. It couldn't be 2 because that can't be 1. I'm wondering if these longer thermos are in play now. What's going on next? Good progress, but a bit stymied here. That can't be an 8, I've just noticed by Sudoku. So 8's in one of those 2. Oh, does that have to be 8 yet? say yet because I have a feeling it is going to be 8, but, well, mind you, oh. I don't know. 7. I don't really know anything about this group on green, do I? Blue has 7, and okay, I know that this can't be a 3, because then 3 and 2 would both be green, and we know that one of those is blue. So that's not 3, this isn't 4, this isn't 5, this isn't 6. That hasn't... No, that hasn't ruled out any digits from here, but it's done something with this. This is weird. I don't even understand this. But I don't think this can be 4, 5 anymore. Because where would 4 and 5 go in box 5? 4 would have to go here, fine. 5 would go here. But if you put 5 on this line and in that cell, where does 5 go in row 5? It goes on the same Renban as it's already on, and that's not allowed. And I think that only happened because we eliminated 3 from here and ran that up the thermo. That's really strange. So 5 could have been there, I see, off the Renban and then on the Renban over here. Okay, well that's great. 4 now can't be on here. I don't know. No, 5 can't be on here either. I was going to say I don't know if this is a 5-6 pair, but look, if 5 was on there, that's the only place for 5 in box 5. And then again it's on the Renban with itself. So this is now a 7-6 pair. Wow, that's really clever, Sayori. Now 6 and 7 are both up here, but they're also both here. This is now a 6-7-8 set. So that's 5 on the Renban. Let's take out the corner marks there now. And that being 5 on the Renban and this being a 6-7 pair means this has to be a 6-7 pair, I think. And now we can do 5, 4, but stop at the bulb. But we've got 6 on another bulb, and that gives 7 and a higher digit, and that's an 8-9 pair in the column. And this has become where 7 is in blue in box 3. And this is where 6 is in box 3. And that has gone in blue, so we can fill that in there. This has now become a 7-6 pair, I reckon. And that must be 2 or 3, which works as the remaining blue cell. It works on the thermo. In the column, it gives us a pair. This can't be 9 anymore, because we've got an 8-9 pair in the column, and a 2-3 pair, and 6-7. This is a naked 1, and then there's a 4-5 left over. That's fabulous. This is so neat. Let's see if we can keep it going. This has become an 8-9 pair. That gives me an 8-9 pair in column 7. And that means 6 and 1 are down here, and these are selected from 2, 3, 4. Yes, this was the purple digit that went there. It's also here. I'm going to uncolor those as purple. I'm just keeping those the same because they are the same. However, this cannot be 2 because that can't be 1. So the purple digit is 3 or 4. This one is 2 or 3. And these are from 2, 3, 4, 8 and form a triple with that and leave 1, 5, 9 here. Some of which are constrained out of those cells. There we go. What's this? 2, 3, 4 or 5 and it can't be 4 as far as I can see. I'm a bit surprised that wasn't more narrowed down, but there we go. Now we've got green always includes 4 and 5 now, and 1 of 2 or 3. So let's pencil mark that to an extent. There we go. These can't have a 6 in. Yeah, okay. This can't be 8 for multiple reasons, especially the thermo. Now, am I scared to fully Goodliffe this thermo? No, I am not. This can't be 7 because there's a 7 lurking over here. It's got 5 possibilities for the tail of that thermo. This one, let's mark this up, however much it takes. Oh, actually, it's got a lot of possibilities. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, well. This hasn't told me a lot. Yes, it does tell me a lot. Look at 1 and 2. They can't be here. No, they can. 2 could be there. So calm down. But 1 has to be in one of these 2 cells. That takes it out of these as a possibility, leaves a little X-wing of 1s there. It's that. That is a quintuple, isn't it? 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So everything else in the column is 1 or 9. Weirdly. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to have to pick up some Sudoku slack here. That's not a 5. Oh, I don't know where to go next. It was kind of a trail through these Renbands until this point. That trail has run a little bit dry. No breadcrumbs for me. Okay, let's think about these. Let's think about these and the 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 quintuple. If they were from 5, 6, 7, making a triple with that one, then these would have to be bigger than whatever they were. These would have to be 8, 9, 7. That would be 1, that would be 2, this would be a 3, 4 pair. It does work. Okay, that's a pity. It's close to not working. Am I meant to be thinking about these 2 both being able to see that and that? No, I don't think so. 7, 8, 5, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 in this column. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 in this one. That 2 or 3 appears in one of those cells and one of those cells. So it's a green digit. Ah, okay, well, it's that green digit. So I'm giving this a colour and putting it there as well. It's in one of those cells and it's in one of those cells, but I don't know which one. It's obviously 2 or 3 in one of those. No, it doesn't quite. Oh yeah, no. What am I talking about? That is a 2, 3 pair. This is a 4. It is Sudoku. Thank you for shouting that loudly enough that I heard you in the end. There we go. 5, 4. It was Sudoku that I wasn't reaching. And this now sees the 2, 3 pair and 4. And that's an 8. Going to leave that colouring in just in case it suddenly triggers something. It wasn't really necessary, but we've got that 2, 3 pair. This has become a 5. And these 2 are a 7, 9 pair now, I think. They have to be. 8 and 5 are in these cells. 7, 9 pair. This is 3 or 2. And it's a pair with that one. It's in one of those. It's in, don't know, over the other side. Ah, no, but hang on. That blue digit, this is the other one of 2 or 3. What does that mean? I'm going to colour that red as well as blue because it's the other 2 or 3. So one of those is red, one of those is red. Obviously one of these is red. I'm probably getting hung up on the wrong thing. Oh, hang on. We've put that 5 in. The corner is now a 4. 4's in one of these 3 cells. That's not very helpful. Right, and there's that 8, 9 pair. These are from 1, 2, 3, 6. They include 1 and 6. 7. Ooh, there's not many places for 9 in this row. Not there, not in any of the pencil marked cells, so maybe 9 in one of these 2. Oh, what am I... No, hang on. Can this be a 2? This would be really helpful to eliminate as a 2. But that can be 1, which puts 1 there. Why can't this be 1? One of these is 1, definitely. No, can't see a problem. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 as a quintuple in column 1, nearly. Not quite enough. It's difficult for this to be a 5 though, isn't it? Because then this would be 4, 3, 2. They'd all see that cell. It's getting quite interesting. Okay, I need to think about the sort of stacking along this thermo, and maybe even along this one too. What's happening here? If this is low, we have 5, 4, 3 used up. I don't know. Oh, let's go back to thinking about these. They have to include 1 of 6 or 7 in this column. And the digits above that on its thermo have to be bigger. Knowledge bomb. So between at least 3 of these cells, at least 2 digits have to be quite big. That doesn't really do anything. Oh, I was doing so well and now I'm totally getting stuck. Oh, come on, think about it. Let's just calmly sit back and think about what we've learned. 6 has to be in one of these cells. That's just Sudoku. 1, 9 pair looked quite significant. This being a 2. Oh no. I was just noticing that makes this a 3 and we've got this coloured. So this being a 2 would end up being the same colour or the same digit, or it would be this orange 2. It would be there. It would be in one of these cells, and it would be there in the green. It doesn't look impossible, unfortunately. I really wanted to rule something out there. Oh, fiddlesticks. 9, 3. Two in this column is either at the top or the bottom. Oh, have I forgotten something as a thermo somewhere and what that implies? No, not really. I mean, again, okay, let's think about this stacking again. Right, if that was a 2-3 pair. If that was a 2-3 pair, these would be from 5, 6, 7. One of them would be 5. These would all have to be higher than whatever these were from 5, 6, 7. So this would be a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quintuple. You'd then be going 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5 would be here. I think I've just elaborately ruled out this being a 5, but that's not really a conclusion that's straightforward or worth marking, because it's so complex to see it, I think. I need to do something simpler, don't I? I do. Come on, what is, have you seen it? Are you shouting it at me again and I'm not spotting it? Stacking along here, there's a little bit of that. We've got 2 high digits already in row 8 there, 2 very high digits from 7, 8, 9. So this cannot be a 7, or that would have to be an 8, and that would be too many of them. So, does that mean the only position for 7 in this column now is fixed on the bulb? It does. I don't think that's going to add much to the sum of human understanding, but, or is it? Because now we've got a 6 X-wing between those areas, and that means that none of these can be 6, and one of these must be. Yeah, that's true. Now, if 6 is there, this is 8 and that's 9. If 6 is here, then this is a 7, 8, 9 triple, and that's 5. So this is now either 5 or 9. And that's a pair, and that is 3 or 4. And that means this can't be a 3-4 pair down here. And that means 5 is not in these cells. Because if 5 was in those cells, that would be 5, 6. This would be 7, 8. That would be 9. And you would end up with 4 there and 3 here. And we've just said, well, that would break row 1, column 1. So 5 is not in these cells now. That is complicated. But the only place left for 5 in the column is at the top. And now I can fairly rule it out of row 1, column 2. Now, what does that prove? One of these is 3 or 2. So one of these is a very low digit. I mean, I'm picking away at little bits of this. Now, one of these is a 6. So one of these is 7 or 8. And that is forming a triple. They can't both be 7 or 8. So one of them is 4 or 5. What does that mean? But one of them is 7 or 8. One of them has to be because of this 6. So we've got 9, 6, 7, 8, 3 used up as a triple, quintuple, I suppose, in this column. And that also can't be 4. So that is now 1, 2, or 5 by an effective Sudoku process, I would say. Now, stacking is more of an issue still. If that was 5, this is 4, that's 3, this is 6. Can't see a problem. If that's 6, this is 8 and 9, and that ends up being 4 or 5. Oh man, okay, that 3 or 4 must appear in one of these cells. And therefore, well, therefore one of these is 3 or 2, but I knew that. Oh, we're very close now. Come on, just need a little push over the line. What is going on in this? 1 and 2. 2 can be in one of those positions. 1 is in one of those positions, but if 2 is there, 1 is here. Whatever digit this is, where does it go in box 7? It can't go there by Sudoku. It can't be there on its own thermo, and its pencil marking suggests it can't be there. So whatever digit this is clearly bright blue, is in one of those 3 cells. and one of these three. No, one of those two. It's not 8 or 9. I don't know, could this lead to anything? It doesn't really feel like it can. Maybe. Oh, goodness, I'm so close here. Oh, we've got a 5-9 pair in the column already. So down here we need one from 3, 4 and one from 7 or 8. We can't use 6 because it's definitely here. So one of these is from 3 or 4. And one of them is from 7 or 8. I don't know how to use that. That's so frustrating. What about that 7, 8, 9 triple that I had going on? That's going to lead to either 7 or 8 here or 9 here. And whichever one of those is the high digit has 6 on its thermo. Okay, let's think about this going 6, 8, 9. What else happens then? This becomes a 1. Six, 8, 9. I don't know. Ah, I'm so sorry I can't finish this off. This is quite irritating now. It's going so well for quite a while. I think I'm missing some glaring conclusion that isn't that complicated, and I just can't see it. If that was 4, I mean, that's a bit random, but it would stop 4 appearing there. It would make this a 6. This can't be a 5, can it? That would require this to be 4, 3. Then you'd have 2 and 1, 6. Then you'd still have 8, 5 and 9. They would be absolutely fixed. It just looks impossible somehow. Right, here's a thought that I haven't had before. 8 is in one of these cells, but if it was here, I think there are too many high digits in use. 9 and 7 there. These would have to be 5 and 4, and that would be broken. So 8 is in one of those two. I don't think that gets anything else done, but if 8's not there, no, it's not that interesting. Can this be 5? Then we'd have 9, 8. I can't quite grasp what's going on. Let's get rid of some of the colouring, because that may be interfering with me. I mean, we've very much used the roping colouring entirely, I think, so let's get rid of all that. There we go. And this 2, 3, 4 didn't really go anywhere, did it? And orange v red was it's not a beautiful marking system. Orange v green, let's try that. One of those is orange. That's it, isn't it? Look at that. This cell, there we go. This colouring has done it. This cell is looking at a 2, 3 pair. Isn't that extraordinary? So that is a 6. I mean, that's all it needed, but that was complicated. I wasn't seeing that. And, you know, proofs clearing out the colouring sometimes does the business, which is bizarre. Right, we get that 9. That is going to sort out... Oh, stop hitting the wrong arrow keys. 5, 1, 9. That is sorted out. I will just go placidly amid the noise and haste here. 6 and 8 there are resolved. 6 and 7 up above. That is now not 7. This is not 1, which is significant because we can place 1 in box 7 there. These are from 3, 4 and 7. There's only one place for 7 in the column. There it is. Okay, that's going to work whatever we fill it in with. That's 7 and the 9 above it have sorted out 7, 9. We need a 9 there. 8 and 9. 8 and 9 in the corner. That's 8 now. That might help, because now that's 8. This is not 6. This is not 6. Oh, this has to be 1 or 2 on the thermo. And that's a 1, 2, 3 triple. That'll do it. That'll do it. 4 there. 5 in the middle. That 4 gives us 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. Proving its position. 2 there. No 2 there. I don't even know where my cursor's gone now. 2, 3. That has become a 3. That was the lesson from the colouring. That's not a 3. That is 1 or 2. One of these is a 6. 5, 3, 7, 8, 9. You can enjoy jumping ahead of me and finishing this off in your brain while I struggle through it. That is 2 or 4. One of these is a 5. I don't know which one still. If that was a 2, that would be 1. I bet, oh, that is not a 2 because it's sitting under a 2 in the grid. Oh, look, this whole box was just easily finishable. Okay, that didn't sort out this, but never mind. The bottom row, we need 3, 6 and 5. The 5 goes here. We've got a 3 X-wing there, and that's given us 3 in the box. So that's 6. That's 3. This is now 6, I think, in this column. 2, 1. Let's get rid of all that blue colouring, which didn't really do anything. In fact, let's get rid of all the colouring of everything, because it's all done. We're going to get a 2 here. 4 in the middle of the box. 1 there. 4, 3, 2, 3 on the bulb, 2 and 3. There we go, Sayori. 40 minutes. That is a good result for a Sayori puzzle for me, so I'm delighted with that. Very clever puzzle. I mean, I love what she does with simple rule sets, but just elegant, elegant constructions. I know I was a bit slow on some of the latter steps there, but I think that makes up for the fact that I did all right at the beginning. And I knew that this was a shape to look out for. It's very clever stuff. Thank you, as always, for watching us on the channel. We will be back with you for more tomorrow, and bye for now.